Hello, gamers, and welcome to Xbot and Pony. My name is Phil.
My name is Nick.
And every week we discuss the latest news in gaming, despite being from two different sides of the fence. This week, we finally have plenty of gaming news to discuss. Nick, set us up, man. What are we going to be talking about?
Well, I'll start off with happy launch day for this.
Yay!
Yay! Finally get to decide whether...
5 years I've been waiting for this. 5 years. I think it is, right? It was 2015 E3.
7 years in development. They've been working on it for 7 years.
Yeah.
So,
this is how much I love you, man. I've come home and I've set up the camera, put the shirt on, and I haven't played this game that I've been waiting forever for. It's still in the wrapper. So this is how much I love you, and I hope you appreciate it.
Well, you probably should have put that disc in, because there's 2 discs. 35-minute install on the first disc.
All right, hang on. Reset. Bye-bye.
I'm a gamer. I have to play it. I have to know. I have to know if it's good. I have to know if it's bad, and we'll find out in the next 72 hours.
We will.
Exciting times. It really is. And good week for news.
Like with critics, though, generally. I know there's some criticisms, but overall, it's been scoring really well.
Yeah, it seems to be stories the only criticisms, really. And maybe it hasn't upgraded as much as it should, but that could be a hardware limitation. I mean, we're right at the end of this cycle. But I've had friends message me today saying it's the most beautiful game they've ever seen. So, most people...
Let's play it this week, and maybe next week we can do a bit of a review. And see
definitely. That sounds like a plan. So there's been a lot of news.
You know what the biggest news is, though, man? The biggest news.
Huge
news.
Huge.
That background of yours, man.
I've upgraded my equipment and put a little temporary background in there with some Lara and some posters. And
I was going to say, man, that the one thing I'm going to notice, and that's only because it's natural, I can't help it, but I'm seeing a lot of iconography for PlayStation and Nintendo. Where is your Xbox stuff? Because I see, God of War. I see Tomb Raider, who was a traditional PlayStation character. Resident Evil was on PlayStation. I see Mario Kart. I see a Wii U and a Switch in the back.
Yeah,
where's the Xbox stuff, man?
I do have Xbox stuff, and it is coming. We went into the cupboard and pulled some things out just to do the new setup.
I love it. It looks really good.
It looks good, I think. And got a couple of cameos from Alf and Garfield over there as well on the lounge. Not sure if you can see them, but they're just joining us for tonight.
I'm only teasing, man. It looks really good. I like it.
It does. And in my defense, there was a version of Tomb Raider that was exclusive to Xbox for 12 months.
There you go.
I got something.
You got something. Yeah. All right, then, man. All right, so what's our first thing in the news?
Our first thing in news is we're going to start with Nintendo, because, that looks like they're not going to have a direct and they're just going to be dropping games on us left, right, and centre here. So, Pokemon Snap.
I know.
Snip. I love that game on the 64. It's called New Pokemon Snap from Namco Bandai, and it will be out hopefully this year. They didn't give us a date, but we're hoping this year. And just exciting. It's obviously trending at the moment. Everyone's really excited.
I think that's one of those games that people have been begging for years and just not really believing it would ever come. Because it feels like it's kind of niche, but clearly there is quite a large audience.
Oh, there is, and it's I guess if you look at it, it's kind of like that Animal Crossing style game too. It's a very relaxing style game. It's on rails. You just take photos of Pokemon doing weird, crazy animal, non-real life animal stuff. So, eating apples and stuff and swimming. But I loved it on the 64. It was just guilty pleasure, a lot of fun, relaxing, no stress.
I can imagine now with the Switch, right? In theory, you could do like this gyro aiming stuff with it to take photos and things. It could be really cool.
It should be cool.
Yeah. Tell you what, though, the only thing that jumped out about me when I saw it, though, and I'm really sorry, any Nintendo fanboys out there, I really am. But I was looking at it and thinking, why does this look way better than Sword and Shield, like graphically? It really, really does. And then we found out it was Bandai Namco that making it and not the Pokemon company. I was like, well, that's concerning.
Yeah.
Surely it should look as good or on a similar par, but...
Well, I'm guessing it's you're not allowed to make Metroid, but you can make Pokemon Snap.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah, but exciting times. So, really good.
I like to imagine that Nintendo's put Bandai Namco in a corner now, all right? And they say, okay, you misbehaved. You didn't do Metroid Prime 4 properly. So what you're going to do, you're going to make a game where all you do is take photos.
And it's
of
on rails.
Yeah, on rails, because you can't be trusted.
That's probably how it went.
I'm sure it didn't, but I like to imagine that Nintendo put them in the naughty corner.
Me. Some corporate email that just says subject, you're in the naughty corner.
Yeah. But it is great to get some Nintendo news. It has been concerning. Obviously, Paper Mario is pretty much the only thing that's been
We got Paper Mario. We got this. There's obviously a few rumors going around with more stuff. And then they did announce that next week, the 24th, 25th, I think for us, more Pokemon gaming news will be announced, even bigger than Pokemon Snap. So whether it's a sequel, I doubt it. They've just released those ones, but could be expansion details, could be another game, another spin-off game coming to the Switch. So yeah, keep our eyes peeled for next week and see what more Pokemon games we get coming.
Yeah, I mean, the logical kind of, if you look at the patterns that they're doing, it could be like another fighter, like a Pokemon Stadium or Pokken Tournament, that sort of thing. Not another mainline game. No way at this stage.
No, too early. They can still do DLC and make money off that one. So yeah, it'd be another spin-off title, which is good. Yeah, more Pokemon, the better. Yeah. It's a bit dry at the moment, so pretty cool. We'll use that to go into EA Play, which is another Nintendo thing. Apex Legends coming to the Switch. And Steam, and then cross-play with PS4, Xbox, and Origin, obviously. So that's 5 platforms where people can play against each other. But good news for Switch owners because there's not a lot of third-party support coming now. It's kind of, for the big titles, it's kind of drying up, and we're seeing a lot of, older games coming. EA did say at their press conference or their little EA Play that another 5 games will launch on Switch from EA in the next 12 months.
Oh, well, glad that they're actually getting some support.
And most likely ports, but end of the day, Madden, stuff like that, Madden should be on the Switch. But
it has been in kind of this warped, gimped version of it.
Well, to be honest, though, that Madden 21 video come up and it didn't look next gen. It looked pretty average. So
yeah, have you seen... Is it the 2K? Not the 2K ones, the wrestling ones.
Yes.
They looked awful, absolutely awful.
Yeah, so they're and still no NBA from them either. So which is probably a good thing. They need to really go back to the drawing board with that.
So Apex Legends, that's a good one. Again, not really our thing, but it's a good get. I think
most of my friends play it.
On Switch.
They still play it.
Yeah,
it's up there with the Fortnites and all your other things, taken over from the PUBGs and all that. Online multi-shooter, it's selling really well, making a lot of money for them. I mean, it's one of those business models that just works at the moment.
All right. What else did EA announce? Anything interesting?
They did. So Star Wars Squadron, which was probably one of the worst kept secrets for the last month. Footage of that looks really good, very multiplayer focused, so probably not really successor to the Rogue Squadron games, but it's the closest thing we're going to get, I think.
Yeah.
Definitely has a single player story. It's a budget game in America, so $40, so probably $59 here, which probably just means they might add stuff on later on, maybe extra DLC. No microtransactions. They said that, so it doesn't mean we won't get DLCs, but
for now,
for now. It looks good. It really does. It looks like they've put a lot of love, care into it.
And I saw there was a VR mode, which makes me happy.
VR support. Yeah, that's got me very interested. VR support for PlayStation and PC. So not a next-gen title either. Well, at the moment, not next-gen, which was a bit surprising. But, it looks good. Really good.
It does. It looks pretty.
They did that, a couple of indie games. We don't really need to go over those. They look good. Check them out. Everybody hop on YouTube. They look interesting. Another multiplayer
there was
shooter.
One that looked really interesting. Maybe you can remind me of the title, but it's the same guys who made A Way Out.
Yes.
Yeah. Which, if you haven't played that one, it's really fun. Yeah. Really, really fun.
And they made another one too, was a rocket shooter game with some quirky characters, very similar to Apex, I guess, but a third-person multiplayer shooter. Looks like fun. It'll be cheap. It'll be,
cool.
Yeah, not too bad. They had a bit of talk about Sims. Didn't announce any new Sims games, but there is Sims stuff coming later on. but it was all their big inclusion for everybody around the world. Doesn't matter who you are, and how Sims has helped people that were bullied at school or disadvantages, and how they could make themselves in the game and not get bullied and be themselves and become more confident in themselves. So that was a good little segment. I didn't mind that. It was good to see that. So it'd be good to see some more Sims news in the future. Not my type of game, honestly, but it's got a big fan base still. Teasers, they didn't really reveal anything massive for next gen, but they had teasers for Need for Speed, which was to be expected, Battlefield to be expected, Dragon Age to be expected. But they were teasers. There was nothing. But again, better they show teasers and just not
at least
say
you know it's coming.
Yeah, exactly.
Start
just
building that hype.
Coming.
Yeah.
So their
but
show
there's
was
one that you're missing out there, man.
There is,
the big one.
They
big one.
They ended on a very high note. The bad news was absolutely nothing. Maybe they got greenlit last night or something. Somebody accidentally sent a drunk email. Yeah, it's okay. Go make Skate 4.
Yeah.
Yay!
There we go.
They announced it.
Finally.
That's all that matters. Yeah, that's all that matters. So you'd assume that would be a couple of years away, and next gen. It's good news. It's good news. It really is.
Maybe they realized all the hype around that Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2 remake.
Yes. Skater XL. Skater XL is getting a fair bit of news as well. So, have you seen Skater XL?
I've seen bits and pieces from it. Yeah.
So a few people have said they've been playing it last week, and yeah, it's really good. So, there's a few skating games, which is good, and you can go find yourself a copy of Skate 3 somewhere, and I'll just boot up my Xbox One and play it straight away instantly. Enhanced. Yeah.
This is my face. Can you tell how bothered it is?
Yeah, it's not at all. Not at all.
No.
As bothered as I am, I could probably boot it up in the next 30 seconds and start playing. But...
All right, guys, if you're watching this, I need you to back me up on this. Have a look. On PS Now, is Skate 3 there? Because if it is, he's got nothing to stand on, okay? We don't have PS Now in Australia because our internet is crap. But if you've got it, back me up.
Please don't be on PS Now. Please don't be on PS Now. All jokes aside, great news. And they had a solid show. A lot of people saying it was terrible because they didn't get their Mass Effect remasters. There's still an Xbox event to come. There's still a Sony event to come. There's still plenty of games to be announced. Nobody's revealing everything at the moment because we're not at E3. So they got time to space this stuff out. Stuff will come. And Mass Effect
EA's always said that they're not a big fan of those re-releases anyway.
No, they're not. No.
So,
after the event,
Burnout's probably the big one, right? That they've released, but re-released. That's about it. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they did re-release the trilogy of Mass Effect on PlayStation and Xbox. They did get wasn't really a remaster, but they boxed them all together.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So, I mean, I think they'd be willing to do it, but I don't. We said this the other day. I don't know if it'll be the trilogy. It might just be number 1.
Who knows?
And then we'll get number 2. And then we'll get number 3. Because, if they can sell them all for $60 a pop, again, they'll do that. That's how EA works. And I think most people probably wouldn't complain. They'd just go buy them.
Worst company in America for like 3 years running.
3 years. Yeah. At least they got rid of it. They shredded it. But that was good. After that, before that, we got some news that was bad news. Was Cyberpunk? Did you see that? Delay.
I did. Yeah, that basically means, though, man, is now Cyberpunk is essentially a next-gen game.
With backwards compatibility. So what they announced is it's coming out the 19th of November, which could possibly be PS5 and
the rumors the 20th, right? So it's pretty much the same. Yeah.
Next gen versions or updates, so remaster, so to speak, will be 2021 and free on both PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X.
Well, there you go.
We don't know how Sony's is working at the moment with that smart delivery system. They have said that publishers can do it themselves if they want, but it's up to them to do it. So they're not helping. Whereas I guess Xbox, you just say, here's my game, and then they do all the work for you. So different in there. Probably means we won't see Sony's stuff, but we'll see what happens. It's going to happen anyway. So Madden's coming, Cyberpunk's coming to PS5, free updates if you own the PS4 version. So
right. Great news.
Good news for everybody.
Yeah, but we won't go too much on a tangent on this because this is for a discussion for another day. But if this is something to do with trying to avoid crunch, then I'm all for it. I know it comes up a few times now where developers obsess over hitting those deadlines and they just work the developers too hard. If this is a case of saying we need more time and we're not going to do that, then take care of those people. I'm good for it.
It's early enough. It's not late enough. I mean, we've seen games like Pod Racer get delayed on the day of release. So they've given everybody enough. They're honest. They're transparent. They said the game's done. It's ready to go, but we're not happy with it. And we want to make this better. So that means the multiplayer part has been delayed also. So they want to fine-tune everything, launch in November. I assume those weeks the next consoles will be out. So pop in your Xbox One disc. You get a free update to the Series X. Away you go. So it'll be good. It'll be better for everybody. There's not a big deal. It's 2 months.
Yeah, exactly. Like Cyberpunk to me is that game where you're like, you know what? Take your time. Just this is the game we want to be right from day one when you put that controller in your hand. Take your time. Yeah.
And they'll do that. I reckon it'll be really good.
Okay. Well, that's a shame, but also good news, hopefully.
Yes.
Next, you had something to say about WB Games. They've been in the news quite a bit, actually, haven't they?
They have. There's been rumours of a sale going on. I don't think we need to dive into that too much. I think there's too much speculation on that of who's in. They want a lot of money, so the fact that $4 billion is up, that doesn't seem right, and I don't think it's going to come with many IPs. It'll just be development studios, and then you'll probably have to share the IP profits with them still. So there's plenty of rumors going around, but we'll watch that space. I think we'll just watch the space with that, see what happens, and it'd be good for good companies to pick them up, but it'd be nasty if someone like EA picked up NetherRealm or wouldn't be good for the industries. People lose jobs
after a year.
It'd be nasty. So hopefully a good company picks them up and they don't lose some talented fan base, because there's a lot of talented teams there. So we don't want to have that stuffed up. But in saying that, they have a digital showcase coming in August, which should be good. End of August, late August, we should see Batman.
Come on, Batman! Come on! You've been teasing it for like over a year now. Just reveal the damn thing.
Just tweezing it. It's just
Court of Owls. Just do it. Just do it.
We should see Batman. Harry Potter. We've seen screenshots of that game. Yes. We know it exists. That'll come out. That'll definitely happen, and most likely Rocksteady's title as well, which could be a Justice League, or we assume it's something DC related, obviously. So not Batman, something else. So hopefully around that time, late August.
Dream of a Superman game, man. Do we dare to dream?
We've seen concept art leak not long ago too. So
Superman 64 remake confirmed.
Remake. That'd be amazing. 12 months exclusive on a Series X.
We away from the show, we discussed this at one point, that it would be amazing if Microsoft did actually buy WB Games. But then you get up with a situation where all the Marvel games get released on PlayStation and all the DC games get released on Xbox, and so the fanboys would just become vigorous. They would just absolutely. There would be many a deaths. Yeah, for sure.
Spider-Man's so much better than Superman.
Yeah, but Batman uses his smarts and he's well prepared. Exactly. I can see it. It'll be a good idea.
Absolutely horrible, but fun and entertaining. Grab the popcorn.
Yeah. So when's this event?
August 20. I'm trying to remember. I could be wrong. I'll correct it if I'm wrong. August 26, I think, around that time. But it's late August. Late August.
Okay.
So should be good. Should be good.
All right. The next one is the one that I'm actually excited for. Come on.
Crash Bandicoot.
Yes.
It's crazy. Rated. Box arts are popped up. It's rated in Taiwanese rating boards. So consoles are PS4 and Xbox One. No next gen and no Switch. Very strange. Probably expect it to come out on Switch, but at the moment just Xbox and PS4. And what have you got for us? There he is.
I'm so excited. And I don't know if you've ever seen this, but there was some bizarre memes going around a few years ago where there was one of these from Japan where he had these really, really thick eyebrows.
Yeah.
And apparently I ended up with one. I didn't realize I did, but apparently this is a thing online.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah,
So,
I'm so excited. And like, it's a no-brainer. It's an absolute no-brainer. CTR did really well. The trilogy did really well. And yeah,
and
do
look
it.
at Sony's
The money's
event.
there. The audience is there. Do it.
Yep. And look at Sony's event. I mean, there was a lot of platforms shown off at the PS5 event, and none of them look bad. So it's still there.
Appetite for those games. So yeah, run with it.
And they don't need to be huge and massive. They can be shorter games. You know, you're 8 to 10 hours, and people are still going to enjoy them. It's, you know, and price them accordingly, of course, and people will enjoy them. You know, not everything's going to be on the quality of, say, Ratchet and Clank. You know, that looks really up there as a AAA, not a AA. But as long as they're AA standard, we're all going to pay for them and enjoy our time with them. Hopefully, Microsoft's listening and watching as well.
Yeah, bring back Blinks.
There's a big thing going for that at the moment. All these people want Banjo. No. Team Blinks. So you got Team Blinks, Team Banjo. That's on the Xbox fans forum. Yeah, everyone's Blinks or Banjo. So you never know. You never ever know.
You never know. It could be a good one to bring back. I think it would be one of those ones where it would turn heads for sure. You'd be kind of like, "Are you sure you want to do that, Microsoft?" And then you'd get a whole other sector of the internet. We're like, "Oh, yes, finally." It's probably the same crew that won a Knack 3 as well, so you know it's all good.
Well, you're in that crew. Shh. Don't tell that one.
I could pretend like I have street cred and that you're ruining it right now. But...
You can.
I would play Knack 3.
You would. I'm not sure if I mentioned this. I got Knack 2 for free.
Oh yeah.
It appeared on the PlayStation Store for an hour for free by accident.
I remember that.
Yeah, a bunch of people downloaded it, and I was sitting there and I was like, why is that free? Download. Yeah, they'll take it off me. They never did. So, yeah. And I never played it.
Well, Crash Bandicoot 4, that definitely has me excited, man. I'm looking forward to that. I hope, you know, even if it's, I don't know actually, whether I would want it to be a major advancement or just a continuation. But it'd be nice if Cortex came back in, or Coco came back in would be nice. I don't think they'll bring back the sexy Bandicoot from the first. I feel like she doesn't really fly these days.
No, but not these days. They can't get away with that these days. But it should be good.
Based on Pamela Anderson or something. I can't really remember.
Yeah. So I'm not sure when we'll see that. It could be an IGN thing, or it could be a Jeff Keighley thing as well. So we'll have to wait and see. Could be at Microsoft's event in July.
Could be.
I know they've got to show off some third-party stuff as well. So we'll wait and see what happens.
Sounds good. All right. Well, thank you for joining us, gamers. That's all the news for this week. Feel free to comment below if there's anything that you would like us to read and discuss. Maybe you've got your own theories about the next Crash Bandicoot game, or do you have any idea what WB might be working on and Rocksteady? Do you want to try Rogue Squadron in VR? That sounds interesting to me. All right. Comment below. Yep. Have a good week, guys, and enjoy your Last of Us 2 over the weekend. Like and subscribe, and everybody take care. Bye. Bye-bye.